Hey there guys, we're taking a look at Dark Souls 2 running on the AMD Ryzen 5 5500U. Now, I personally have pretty much never played Dark Souls 2. I'm not the biggest fan of the Dark Souls franchise in general, but 2 was definitely one that I just never ended up touching. So I was genuinely surprised to see how well the game was performing at 1080p with the lowest graphical setting. In fact, I was so impressed that I pretty much just ended up turning up the settings to medium, and honestly, I was blown away that it performed just as well as this did. Here you can see it running at medium, and it definitely looks better while also just not sacrificing any real performance whatsoever. And I was just really impressed to see how well it was running at just the stock 15 watt TDP. And right now it's just a little bit higher than the 15 watts, but in general this is just the stock settings. But for sure the 5500U is able to handle this game perfectly fine. It does an incredible job here. You're able to play the game at 1080p at higher than the lowest settings, and you get some pretty great performance like that. Overall, really impressive performance, especially at such a low TDP. Of course, you can boost the performance by raising the TDP to 25 watts, but it's not going to be remarkable levels of a performance increase, especially because we're already dealing with some pretty high levels of performance here. Really, what the 25 watt TDP just ends up doing is leveling out the 1% lows in a lot of the areas, so it won't drop down as much. Usually the frame times will just be a little bit more consistent, but overall it's not a huge increase, and honestly I don't think it's worth the increase in temperature and noise. The system itself can get pretty noisy when the temperatures get up like this, and I just personally don't like to deal with that, especially because when you're at the 15 watt TDP it makes almost no noise at all. So personally I don't think that this is worth the increase in noise and temperature. You're going to get almost as good a performance at the 15 watt TDP, and you're not going to be roasting your system, but really it just depends on what system you actually have. If it can handle the cooling, then why not raise the TDP? You're going to get a little bit better performance overall. But yeah, I'm very impressed with how this actually ended up performing. Anyways, I will catch you guys in the next one.